The EU referendum is coming up soon, a couple of weeks, and although I don't like to get political in a lot of cases, I am going to discuss my viewpoint on the EU because of its importance. So, what does Adam think? Or more importantly, what political decisions should we be making based on Scripture? Now, I ain't gonna lie to you, this one is still very tricky, even for those with an in-depth understanding of the Bible. Do we stay in or do we come out of the EU? Now, when you look at Revelation, the book of Revelation, and the three superpowers mentioned, the beast, the beast nation, the red dragon of the east, the beast of the west, the red dragon of the east, and the woman with child, a reference to Christians. The most Christian part of the world is Europe, and Revelation 12, the woman with child also has a crown of 12 stars, and look what we have on the flag, the EU flag, coincidentally a crown of 12 stars. I made this discovery while I was doing my Prophecy Update 2015 videos, and I used the EU flag as one of the thumbnails for those videos, and then put two and two together with Revelation 12, the crown of 12 stars, that superpower, that nation. We're talking about nations going to war with each other in Revelation, okay? The red dragon being the east, China and Russia, possibly uniting with Muslim extremists, the Arabs. We hear about Russian Arab invasions in Ezekiel. Many prophets and scholars have interpreted it to mean that. So we have the east, we have the west, which I believe is the beast, okay? The beast government of Revelation 13, when we finally have to succumb to the New World Order, will most likely be from the west, okay? Because we already have the mark of the beast in America now, okay? So we have these three nations, appearing in Revelation, and you look at that and you think, okay, perhaps we should stay in, because we are the woman with child of Revelation, and we need to stick together, to fight off these invasions from the east, in Revelation 12 and 13. So this is why there's, a little bit of confusion here. So you look at it that way and you think we should probably stay in. However, I'm going to show a video of Jose Manuel Barroso, and I'm sure you all know who he is, especially those who are voting to stay in the EU. And I'm going to show a video right now of Jose Manuel Barroso, and I included this as a resource in the first edition of my book Jericho, when I wrote about the EU, but I took all of that out in the second edition, but I'll include it in this video because regardless of Revelation 12 and 13, I believe we should not be within the EU, that we should vote to leave because of this President of the EU and what he has said, okay, what he believes the EU to be. He's calling it an empire, okay, and it's becoming a dictatorship. So I'll show you the video now, and then I'll come back to you and conclude why we really should be voting to leave the EU.
Sometimes I like to compare the European Union as a creation to the organization of empires. The empires. And because we have the dimension of empires. But there is a great difference. The empires were usually made through force, with a center that was imposing a diktat, a will on the others. And now we have what some authors call the first non-imperial empire. We have, by dimension, 27 countries that freely decided to work together to pool their sovereignties, if you want to use that concept of sovereignty, and work together to add value. I believe it's a great construction, and we should be proud of it. At least we in the Commission are proud of our union.
Can I add a sentence?
Yes, please.
I think it was also, wasn't it the Lord who said jokingly that you also have to be either genius or French to understand the construction of it? But I propose something much more sort of useful to citizens, and that is solutions united, like a football team.
So there we go. The EU is like the empires, and we are very proud of it. Yeah. What we're talking about here. The EU is another step closer to one world government, a new world order, okay, and everyone's just, oh, sorry, forgot about that one, whoops. All these people voting to remain in the EU. There's no reason why we can't still contribute and fight off the red dragon, yeah, when it persecutes the woman with a male child in Revelation. There's no reason why we can't still do that and not be a member of the EU, okay? So I'm going to throw a spanner in the works of a new world order, and I'm voting to leave, okay, because it's another step closer to this one world government, yeah, and that reason alone should be enough to vote that we leave, okay. I pray for everyone in this country regarding this matter, because it is a very difficult decision to make, even for myself, even from a Bible scholar's point of view. It's still not clear cut what we should do, okay, even from the Bible. But I will be voting that we leave. And finally, I'll end with this quote, one that I posted a while ago when Donald Trump made some of his bold statements last year. But it goes like this. Those who do not understand their prophecy will make the wrong decisions at critical moments in history. Yeah? So keep watching my videos where I break it all down. Revelation, Daniel, other books of the Bible, prophetic books of the Bible, because the oligarchs in control of the world are seeing to it that they fulfill the book of Revelation very precisely. So what does that mean? It means you need to be listening to people like me, yeah? Those who understand their prophecy, so that we make the right decisions at critical moments in history. Alright? Thanks for watching. And what did I mean by this at the time when I came up with this quote? We need to listen to Donald Trump when he came out and said we should stop Muslims from entering the US. Yeah, okay, it caused uproar at the time. But prophetically, it needs to be considered, okay? Nostradamus, and possibly the book of Revelation, if we interpret Revelation chapter 9, and the four angels bound by the Euphrates River set loose to kill 1/3 of mankind, we're looking at Muslim invasions of Europe in Revelation, and Nostradamus, a lot of his quatrains cover this, okay, a lot of them, Muslim invasions. So what Trump is proposing isn't far-fetched at all, okay? I'm dead serious about this. And I came up with another quote at the time. What was it? If a child disrupts other students in a school, one does not ignore the child, one sends them home. Okay? This needs to be seriously considered because of what is about to unfold. Many of these mega churches who avoid all teachings of prophecy, this is now becoming dangerous because people are making the wrong decisions, the wrong political decisions, and it's becoming dangerous. Christians aren't being taught nearly 1/3 of the Bible pertaining to end-time prophecy, and they are going to make the wrong decisions at critical moments in history and pave the way for the accession of the Antichrist. Okay? Moreover, they will most likely be in full favour of this one world government, yeah, following the deaths of one third of mankind. This will be the perfect time, yeah, to impose, well, suggest even this one world order, this new world order, this one world government, that was drafted following World War II, okay, as a once and for all solution to World War. When the Third World War kicks off, following that, people will be in full favour of it. Yeah. And then the Antichrist will steal it in a coup. The 11th horn Antichrist, after the 10 kings receive their kingdoms of the New World Order, an 11th horn will emerge, take it over, and overcome the saints, as it says in Daniel, and 3 of the 10 kings. I believe these will be the 3 most Christian regions of the world. Those are the ones he will be going for. And we'll vote for this new world order. Christians who aren't being taught it in the mega churches. No prophecy whatsoever. Oh dear, this is dangerous. This is now dangerous. Yeah, you're leading the lambs to the slaughter. Okay, you're leading your followers to the slaughter by not teaching prophecy. But I'll give you another reason for why we should vote out of the EU. Another 3, in fact. Who knows who the President of the EU Commission is? Who knows who the President of the EU Parliament is? Who knows who the President of the EU Council is? I can't even remember their names, and I've looked them up. These are the 3 men who ultimately decide how we govern our country, and nobody knows who they are.